1949 is when the picture right in front of you was erected, and we have seen some incredible basketball through the years. And today we celebrate the life of Phil Cox and our Game 4 of our 6-game slate right here on the ISC Sports Network. Good afternoon, everybody. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jared Thomas, I'm John Natali, and it's our Game 4 of our 6-game slate here on the ISC Sports Network. In game number 1, it was Northridge over Maryville, 76-64. And right after that, the host school, Kokomo, 66-45 over Bishop Chittard. And the last game that Jared and I just had, it was Lawrence North handily over Charlestown Pirates, 75-58. Jared, the first two meetings of these two teams too. The last one, Lawrence North and Charlestown beat for the first time, but this time New Haven and South Bend Riley, both teams looking impressive so far. What do you see on site?
This is the battle of teams that are starting to catch their stride at the exact right moment. For New Haven, 5-1, only one loss to their name, and then South Bend Riley, 5-0 on the season. They go back to their success a year ago, losing to Fishers in semi-state, who eventually would go on to lose to Jeffersonville in the state championship game. So both teams with a lot of lofty expectations. Forces meet in the middle here at an event that remembers someone that is so special here in the state of Indiana, and Phil Cox.
Today's game brought to you by Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know.
Approximately 1 o'clock tomorrow, the loser plays tonight against Charlestown at approximately 8 o'clock.
So we get ready to tip. New Haven in the purple, South Bend Riley in the whites, and we are underway. It's set the starting lineup for head coach Alex Daniel in his 6th year now with South Bend Riley. The Corey Parker, Tree Johnson, Tyrese Jones, Isaiah Packer, and Keelan Webster. That's Parker with the basketball. Straightaway 3 from the backside and up and under. Wow. Isaiah Packer came down hard, but on the kick out. A turnover by Dalen Jackson, setting the front 5 for New Haven. It's Jadrian Izell, Dalen Jackson, Tavar Baskerville, DeMarcus Wright, and Lavelle Ledbetter for head coach Brandon Appleton in his 2nd year. 6th year overall, had some time with the Angola Hornets. And now he's in control of the New Haven Bulldogs.
Coach Appleton's most win as head coach of New Haven came a season ago, racking up 14 wins. It reminds himself of a former career high when he was the first-year head coach at Angola when he got 12 wins. So Appleton trending in the right direction, looking to get his team on the right track tonight here this evening and afternoon.
Straight to the bucket was the junior guard to Corey Parker. First points on the board, and it's the Wildcats 2-0 over the Bulldogs. Ball poked out of bounds. It'll stay with Riley. Into the corner, 3 ball, and got it to go. Jadrian Izell.
3 for Jadrian Izell.
One common denominator from the first game that we had, you and myself, John, is the constant movement off ball. And all you're seeing there from Izell was constant movement from one baseline to the other, and is able to can it from 3-point distance.
Here's a 3 ball. Off the front iron, no good, but down low on the rebounds, Tree Johnson. The jump ball was called. It's going to be possession.
It's a nice job by Lavelle Ledbetter for the Bulldogs, rotating over and able to contest that shot as Tree Johnson was trying to go with the easy layup, but Ledbetter having none of it.
Into the corner. That's Izell. Lost the basketball, but fortunately, Baskerville right there to collect it. In the corner, up top. There's Ledbetter. Working in the post. Turnaround jumper off the back iron, no good. And the ball tipped to Kellen Webster. Expect a physical matchup between these two. Parker with it. Pullback 3. Off the front iron, no good. And a backside rebound by Ledbetter. corner. Baskerville left it under the hoop. There's going to be a foul.
Baskerville, the leading scorer on the team, just not able to get a proper angle on his baseline drive to be able to knock in the easy 2 points, led to a foul and another turnover for New Haven.
I want to thank our officials for Game 4, Dan Beauchamp, Henry Nolan, and Tim Smith on the court. There's Tyrese Jones with the basketball. He pulls back for three and splashes it home.
Tyrese, no stranger to big-time offensive performances. I go back to a year ago against Warsaw in the regional championship where they were victorious, 45 points, 18 of 21 shooting. So not only can he score, but he can do so efficiently.
Here's a three ball, and that one caught the inside of the rim. Up ahead to Jones, stutter step, and up and underneath. He was looking the opposite way of that bucket, but found a home.
Bulldogs trying to keep up with the Joneses, but it's just the singular Jones and Tyrese with the great tempo and pace to get to the basket with the reverse finish.
Good backdoor finish from Jadrian Ezell. He's got all 5 New Haven points so far. That ball tipped in the air, and Ezell comes away with it on the break. Little floater. And did they call a block or a charge?
The charge going the other way. Outstanding job by Tyrese Jones. Watch him getting position right there at the end. It's not just good enough to get in position. You have to take the contact in the chest. That's exactly what Jones did, getting in front of Jadrian Ezell, forcing another turnover. South Bend Riley came ready to play on both sides of the floor.
Parker controlling the offense. He'll hand it off to Webster. That's Packer with it. On the dribble drive, the spin in the paint. Off the back iron, no good. And good hustle from DeMarcus Wright. Here come the Bulldogs. Good basketball. On the loose change, Ezell was able to find Dalen Jackson.
Ledbetter advancing the ball up to Ezell, and that's Tyrese Jones for the Wildcats again, just so silky smooth in his approach, but the transition bucket leading to the three-point bucket for the Wildcats. Both teams operating very efficiently and playing quickly as they get up and down.
That one missed short. All the way down Broad Street. Too easy for Tyrese Jones, already in double digits with 10, and gets the ball back. It's Packer with it. He pull-up jumper, in and out, no good. Jackson clears. Almost a turnover there. Ledbetter. The southpaw working against Webster. Baskerville. Now Ledbetter up top. Ezell, pull-up jumper from the elbow, missed it short. And Ledbetter got the rebound but couldn't put it back in. Sorry, it was DeMarcus Wright, number 24. Ledbetter wearing 34. Joe split the defense. The kick out. Three ball. Got it.
Three-pointer for Keelan Webster.
That play was made by Tyrese Jones. Not only did he manipulate the ball screen, he was able to get 2 defenders to commit, found his teammate Keelan Webster in the corner, argued for a foul. That's Webster as he canned it from three-point range. Wildcats clicking on all cylinders.
Wildcats out to an early 8-point advantage. Tyrese Jones has 10 of those. Jadrian Ezell for the Bulldogs has 5. .205 left in the first quarter. Coca-Cola would like to welcome all of our guests to Howard County this holiday week. Coca-Cola of Kokomo has been enriching the lives of residents of north central Indiana since 1907. Coca-Cola of Kokomo is proud to partner with 26 schools to make sure students stay hydrated in the classroom and on the field of play. Find out more at cckokomo.com. John Natali, Jaron Thomas, Charlie Hammock, Dalton Cox, all with you on an extremely chilly December 29th. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas heading into the new year.
The wind was blowing so hard I felt like I was going to get shifted off of 31 North as I was headed up here, similar to the way Tyrese Jones blew past everyone on New Haven and got right to the rim without any contest or any approach defensively. But how did we get here? 65, 70 degrees yesterday into the tundra that we have here in Indiana.
Ask my sinuses. On the drive all the way, Jadrian Ezel now a 7.
Ezel scores. Jadrian Ezel.
There's a 3 ball by Packer. Got it.
3 for Isaiah Packer.
The 6'5" senior can shoot it from 3 and already showing you in the early parts of this first quarter, very active on both sides of the floor in his approach. Sweet looking jump shot from Mr. Packard.
The lead 9. Now in the post, Ledbetter. And it's going to be a charge going the other way. Ledbetter leveled a shoulder into DeCorey Parker.
When you're such a physical presence like Lavelle Ledbetter, any contact can be sold by defenders. So it's just about Ledbetter understanding what he brings to the table physicality-wise and tame it down just a little bit because of his value that he brings to his teammates. They need him on the floor.
Shane Rogers-Smith and Jayon Thomas. 0 and 12 in for Coach Brandon Appleton and the New Haven Bulldogs. And off the ball foul, Tyrese Jones. That's only the first team foul in South Bend Riley. Coming up on a minute left in the first quarter. Game 4 of a 6-game slate on the ISC Sports Network today. Here's a 3 ball. Around the rim, no good. Backside rebound. Thomas fighting for it hard. Got it again. Once more time. And I guess the 4th time's a charm. It'll send the young man to the free throw line. Just a freshman is a 6'5" forward, Jayon Thomas.
If the first time you're not successful, then just remain persistent and stay with it. And that's what Jayon Thomas was able to do. Crowd begging the officials for a foul call. Officially got it at the right time and earns himself a trip to the free throw line.
It's a back of the iron, so he'll try to split the pair. As we see number 23, Tion Wadley, enter for the Wildcats.
3 attempts, as you saw on the replay, before Jayon was actually able to get the whistle from the officials. It looked like a wrestling match down there, fighting over the orange leather.
He splits the pair. Lead is 8, coming up on 45 seconds, less than the first quarter. It's Ezel, now top to Packer. Jones with the basketball. Packer with a sidestep 3 and missed everything. Bulldogs on the bounce, and there's going to be a foul.
Coach Appleton has to be telling his Bulldog players it's just about controlling yourself when they get into transition. The opportunities are there, but cannot attack the rim out of control because obviously picking up 2 offensive fouls thus far. You see how the officials are going to call it. Pull it back just a little bit, as you saw there from Jadrian Ezel. Able to get to the free throw line, being under control.
Can't hit the first of 2. DeMarcus Wright re-enters for Ledbetter. You don't lose much size-wise between Ledbetter and Wright. And gets the front of the rim. Ezel is up to 8. And a lead 7 under 25. Tyrese Jones with the basketball. Tion Wadley. And here he comes for the 5-second count. Jones with it. 10 to go. Here goes Jones. Down the lane. Lost the basketball. Needs help. Packers got to get it up. Ball tipped away. Shot. Off the iron. No good.
After 1 quarter, South Bend Riley 18.
The Wildcats take control in the first quarter with a 7-point lead. We'll come back with 8 more minutes of basketball in the first half right here on the IC Sports Network.
Jackson takes the handoff, throws the deep ball. He's got a man. Catch made. Rolling, throwing, has a man. First down, the grab by Cyrus. Billingsley keeps. Billingsley spins away from the tackle. Still going. Touchdown, Snyder.
Memorial Gymnasium, home to the 6th annual Phil Cox Memorial Holiday Tournament. Celebrating the life of the great Phil Cox, 1972 Connorsville State Champion. Also a Mr. Indiana basketball, inducted into the Indiana Hall of Fame in 2009. And what a tribute to that man, a pillar, not just in the city of Kokomo, 35 years with the school district, but in the entire state of Indiana.
The only person in a great mile radius here in Kokomo that was well known in both Connorsville and in Kokomo. And not just for what he did on the basketball court, but his belting voice. Who else do you know can go win Mr. Basketball State Championship, but before any of that happens, sings the national anthem in Assembly Hall back in 1972. Gone far too soon, but his name continues to live on.
It's a great tribute to a great man, Phil Cox. Game 4 of our 6-game slate on the IC Sports Network has the South Bend Riley Wildcats up 7 against the New Haven Bulldogs. First ever meeting between these two. That ball thrown away. Here comes Ezel. He leads the Bulldogs with 8. Here's a 3 ball. And Ezel. He's in double digits with 11. Now the lead only 4.
You can tell the confidence of any shooter by the way they just shoot the ball from wherever they are on the floor, and Ezel felt way comfortable to hoist that from as far as he did. That's not just something that was a spur of the moment. That's something that he is comfortable and has done time and time again.
Arion Neely got to the cup, but so did Shane Rogers-Smith and knocked that ball out of bounds. On a long kick out. Juwan Johnson, number 5, now in. He gets in the paint, cut off. And Wadley got around, just lost the basketball. And Johnson, he'll pull it back out. Neely with the basketball now. Johnson with a long 3. Back iron no good. Chased down by Neely. Packer, he'll cut it back. There's a 3 ball. Back iron no good. Backside rebound by Johnson.
Just not a concerted effort right now from the Bulldogs to box out and go fight for the rebound. Too many extra possessions for Coach Appleton's liking for the Wildcats of South Bend Riley as Tyrese Jones gets to the bucket again.
Went under Tarver Baskerville. Soft touch, he's up to a dozen. Juwan Johnson.
His first team foul, number 1.
Kalen Webster gives Tyrese Jones a break. And DeCorey Parker back in as Isaiah Packard takes a spell. Ezel with all in his face was Johnson, still put up the triple. And how about that? There's going to be a foul. Marcus Wright came in charging in.
DeMarcus Wright told by Brandon Appleton to be smart as he checked him back into the game just a few minutes ago, and it didn't last the better part of half of this second quarter as Wright picks up foul number 2, and the size continues to diminish on the floor for the Bulldogs.
Parker with the basketball, just a junior. Webster on the far wing. In the paint. Now the kick out. Pocket 3. Off the iron, no good. Roger Smith and Neely got tangled up. But there's going to be a foul on Arion Neely.
Foul number 4, Arion Neely. His first team foul, number 2.
From the baseline. Full court pressure from the Wildcats. And they'll tail off. And Baskerville will control it. Now into the forecourt. And a hold off the ball. To Corey Parker. That's his first, team third.
The Corey Parker, his first team foul number 3.
Tree Johnson, the sophomore forward, number 2, re-enters. Lead is 6 for the Wildcats. On a risky pass, ball pops loose. Ledbetter ended up with it and just charged his way into the hoop, and that's exactly what it was.
But unnecessary from Ledbetter. He had Shane Rogers-Smith, just a quick pass out to the wing as he drove right here. Unnecessary, no need to go play football on the basketball court when you have an open teammate out to the wing. It's just not heads-up basketball from the Bulldogs, just still feeling like they're out of sorts right now, looking to establish that rhythm, but not so much on that possession.
Somewhere in New Haven, head coach Kyle Boer of the football team says, wait until fall. And there's a charge. That's going to be on Tree Johnson.
Foul number 2, Tree Johnson, his first team foul number 4.
That's the 4th team foul in the quarter already. So the next one, and New Haven will be in the bonus. Lead is 6. There's only been one lead change, and that was the first bucket for New Haven, hitting the 3. But so far, it's been South Bend Riley, and count the buck. Oh, waved it off. Okay, so he pointed down and then waved it off. That's going to go against Parker again. That's his 2nd. And that's going to send him to the free throw line.
As you can see, Ledbetter trying to find Baskerville down underneath the hoop. Baskerville carving out some nice positioning down low against this Wildcat defense. This is a guy scored 22 against Fort Wayne, shooting around 40% from 3, so an outside-inside type of scorer. And you see he can do it at all levels as the leader in that department for these Bulldogs.
Got the friendly roll there. Is Baskerville. Came in just over 16 a night. And can't hit that one. Ball pops around, and New Haven's got it. Ezel. Off the iron, no good. And good box out from Webster. But it's going to go the other way.
The pressure forced Webster to feel like he had more time to be physical, but there was nobody there, and he shuffled his feet. Easy travel call for the officials.
Underneath in Baskerville. Roger Smith with it. That's Darian Cryer, number 3. On the dribble drive in the paint. Little floater with the right, left it to the right of the hoop. And Tree Johnson controlling it. 3-ball, Johnson off the iron. Good box out from the Bulldogs. Good look ahead. And he missed the bunny. Everything was perfect about that play, but Jawan Johnson just couldn't finish the bunny underneath. Jayon Thomas in for the Bulldogs, and Packer Re-enters for the Wildcats. Coming up on 4 minutes. Lead is 5 for South Bend Riley. On the spin move. And there's going to be a foul.
Cross number 2, Tree Johnson, his second.
That's Johnson's second. And that'll put Cryer on the line. Got the first.
Darian Cryer on the line.
Trying to get both and cut the lead to 3. And he does. And Johnson with it. Hand off to Packer. Thought about the 3, but pulled it back. And stripped away. Cryer all the way. And it was rejected. On the left-handed hook. Jayon Thomas got it back, stayed with the play after the fantastic defensive play. But now the lead 1. Johnson. Back iron no good. Packer flies in for the rebound. Ball movement. Corner 3. And got it.
That's Keelan Webster being found in the corner. Once again, Dakari Parker gets it to him on that time, and then it's Webster looking at the New Haven bench and said, what was that?
How do you feel about that, partner? Just out of curiosity.
I love it. I love it.
Played sports and many a times, and I believe there's a time I worked with you said that you had a little altercation.
Oh, it's a little piss and vinegar in there.
Yeah.
I think it's all, as long as it's within the confines of the game, I'm all for it. There's so much personality that these players take on, especially in basketball where you're not wearing a helmet and everyone can see those interactions. So as long as it's healthy competition, I'm all for it because that's what you work for. You work for everyone to see the fruits of your labor, and sometimes you just have to remind people that you have certain things in your tool bag.
Not a fan of the act like you've done that before?
There's a level, it's healthy, there's a healthy balance. There's a healthy balance.
23-19 the score. The highest has been was 8, and that was by South Bend Riley. Jumped right out of the gate. But New Haven has kept it close since. Chance to cut it to 2, maybe 1. That ball on the floor, regained possession by New Haven and set up top. Ledbetter, the swing. On the drive, the kick out. Ledbetter up top with Packer. Now Ezel with it. Pacing the way for the Bulldogs with 11. And Tree Johnson picks up his 3rd foul.
Tree Johnson, his 3rd.
That's free throws.
But Jayon Thomas doing an outstanding job on the reversal, getting into proper post-up position. Just made it that much tougher for Tree Johnson to fight over the top and got called for the foul in the process.
Thomas looking for points 4 and 5 and cut this to a 2-point advantage. Back iron no good. Roger Smith back in for Brandon Appleton and the Bulldogs. And Tion Wadley, number 23 for the Wildcats. Just under 3 minutes left to go in this first half. Splits the pair. Thomas has got 4, and the lead is 3. 1 possession ball game. Jones with the basketball, looking to take control. The dribble drive in, elbow jumper. Off the iron, no good. Flying in is Jones, but lost the basketball. Good hustle from Tyrese Jones. Just couldn't maintain possession. Ezel with it. Into the forecourt now. Down the lane with the left hand. Great move from Baskerville. He's got 3 and the lead is 1.
Just a tough finish for Baskerville, going to the left, took the contact to the lower body, and was still able to get it to go down.
Parker with the basketball. Cuts down the lane. Floater. Iron no good. And Thomas with the rebound. Chance to take the lead. Baskerville. Pull up 3. Packer comes soaring in for the rebound. Webster working a 2-man with Packer. Now the handoff to Jones. He's been quiet in the second quarter. Pull back 3, hand in his face, and hit it. That's just good offense.
Got the ball deep, wing extended, waved off the rest of his offensive teammates and said, let me have this dance with Jayon Thomas. The freshman has been solid, but not defensively right there as Jones is able to knock it down.
Jones leading everybody with 15. Good take to the hole, left it heavy, and Packer flew in, got tied up.
How solid has Isaiah Packer been on the defensive glass, being able to go up and high point the basketball right here. Tyrese Jones seals the block out, and then it's Packer going up for the rebound. Go meet that ball at his highest point.
Jones has got it. 40 seconds left in the second quarter. The lead is 4 for the Wildcats. Jones going to work against Ezel. Packer in the corner for 3. Off the top of the backboard. Up ahead, Ezel working against Parker. Lost it, ball tipped. Roger Smith gets it, 20 seconds. Baskerville gonna do the honors. 10 seconds. Baskerville, pull-up jumper. Left it off the back iron, no good. Fight for the rebound. Jones has got to get it up. Step up 3. Almost got it at the buzzer. The lead is 4 for the South Bend Riley Wildcats over the New Haven Bulldogs. Both teams never played each other before, but playing a good one today. We'll come back for some first half analysis right here on the IC Sports Network.
Hey, it's Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And each and every week in podcast form, video form from the IC Sports Network, we do Query and Schultz, brought to you by Bailey & Wood, the fine folks south side of Indianapolis, but serving all of central Indiana for the best mortgage rates.
And, of course, we record right here at Chilly Water Brewing Tap Room and our friends at Hoagies and Hops, 42nd and Boulevard, right here in Indianapolis. We're talking Colts, we're talking Pacers, we're talking Hoosiers, we're talking Boilers, and we're hanging with you.
We talk the tall and the short of it, right, is what we do.
Whatever, man. Every Tuesday night, 7:30, right here on the IC Sports Network.
And little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he knocks him. Oh my goodness.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. we have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
Partner, I know you know this song, and I've even got better news for you. Come later January, Vanilla Ice makes its triumphant return to the Noblesville Arena at Innovation Mile, part of the 90s. Look at that tour. Color Me Bad will be there.
Are you making the trek up to the north side of Indianapolis?
I absolutely will not be doing that, but sounds like fun. Old Vanilla Ice ditching the new metal scene and now going back to his roots. Yep, that's what we talk about here on the ISC Sports Network. Having a great time on this December 29th, Game 4 of our 6-game slate with the New Haven Bulldogs down 4 to South Bend Wildcats. And Jared, it looked like South Bend was going to run away early. It was the play of Tyrese Jones, and you said put up 40 points in the last outing that you saw against Warsaw. But New Haven just doing the little things right, playing aggressively, and have found themselves only down 4.
I think it's simple. When you take a look at the box score, the Wildcats of South Bend Riley fouling entirely too much, sending the Bulldogs of New Haven to the free throw line 6 times in that second quarter. And that's really where the Bulldogs were able to claw themselves back into the game. Aggressive defense that led to aggressive offense, getting them to the free throw line. And then, as you already mentioned at the top of your soliloquy, it's Tyrese Jones that has been back into the fold offensively, only missing 1 shot, which was the potential buzzer beater at the end of the second quarter. So everything for the Wildcats offensively is going to go through him. And as long as he's leading from the front, I'm sure they feel comfortable, even if they're only up by 4 points currently.
Whoever the winner of this game is will have a date with Lawrence North tomorrow at 12:45 as Lawrence North pretty handily over Charlestown, 75-58. Saw Brennan Miller get his 1,000th point, ended up with 1,013 when all was said and done. And then the loser of this one will face Charlestown tonight at 7:45, so we're going to have to basically do a back-to-back, the weary legs. But I think, Jared, that's one of the best things about this tournament. It's not an elimination tournament. I mean, you're guaranteed at least 2 games, and it gives everybody a great chance to play in a historic gym and for a great cause. And it's just fun basketball from games 1 through 6.
The reason why you sign up for your ball club to come play in a tournament like this, one, you give them an opportunity to travel to an historic arena as such as this, to remember and to know, maybe to learn who Phil Cox was. You don't want to play in a tournament and not know the full scope of what you're actually playing and participating in. But then on the basketball side, you want to see where is your team at the early part of the season as you bleed into the new year. Everyone understands in the state of Indiana, as soon as that new year starts to turn into 2026, all relative to what we're about to face, you want to see where is your basketball team. Venture outside of your conference and go play crosstown opponents, even cross-state opponents, because you just don't know where you are until you put yourself in a neutral environment such as this.
We'll take another break. We come back. We'll have some first-half highlights. You're watching Game 4 of our 6-game slate. The New Haven Bulldogs down 4 to South Bend Riley Wildcats on the IC Sports Network.
Hey, it's Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And each and every week in podcast form, video form from the ISC Sports Network, we do Query and Schultz, brought to you by Bailey & Wood, the fine folks south side of Indianapolis, but serving all of central Indiana for the best mortgage rates.
And, of course, we record right here at Chili Water Brewing Tap Room and our friends at Hoagies and Hops, 42nd and Boulevard, right here in Indianapolis. We're talking Colts, we're talking Pacers, we're talking Hoosiers, we're talking Boilers, and we're hanging with you.
We talk the tall and the short of it, right, is what we do.
Whatever, man. Every Tuesday night, 7:30, right here on the ISC Sports Network.
And
And little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
The second half of coming up between the New Haven Bulldogs and the South Bend Riley Wildcats. But first, some first half highlights.
It's always a test anytime you step onto the basketball court for South Bend Riley. 4 of their 5 wins have been by double digits. As you can see, some of the physical play and the nifty maneuvering by Tyrese Jones. There's only been 1 game that they've won in the single digits. So they're facing a test right now. And then you have the already battle tested with the 1 loss to their record. New Haven Bulldogs trying to figure out a way to get a handle on Tyrese Jones because he has had his way this entire time. So that 8-man rotation that they go to more times than not, half of those guys being seniors are going to have to put all of their brain power together, lead as the senior group that they are, to try and get this thing shifted back in their favor and maybe win this second half so they can walk out of this thing victorious in day 1 of this Memorial Tournament.
We'll take one more break. When we come back, both teams vying for a shot to play the Lawrence North Wildcats tomorrow at 12:45. But you're watching game number 4 right here on the IC Sports Network.
Hey, it's Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And each and every week in podcast form, video form from the IC Sports Network, we do Query and Schultz, brought to you by Bailey and Wood, the fine folks south side of Indianapolis, but serving all of central Indiana for the best mortgage rates.
And, of course, we record right here at Chilly Water Brewing Tap Room and our friends at Hoagies and Hops, 42nd and Boulevard, right here in Indianapolis. We're talking Colts, we're talking Pacers, we're talking Hoosiers, we're talking Boilers, and we're hanging with you.
We talk the tall and the short of it, right, is what we do.
Whatever, man. Every Tuesday night, 7:30, right here on the IC Sports Network.
And little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
16 minutes remain for a chance to meet up with Lawrence North and the Wildcats after a decisive 75-58 win over the Charlestown Pirates. Got to give credit, though, to Kevin Bowman of the Pirates. Game high, 26 points. Good look underneath. Dalen Jackson.
And to your point about Kevin Bowman, you think when you hear 26 points, he must have shot at least 5 or 6 threes. He only shot 1 and didn't even make it. So he did it the old school way, attacking the paint, shooting all 2s.
Jones got bothered by Ezel, but a turnover. Jones, 3. Off the back iron, no good. The backside rebound by Ezel. Chance to tie or lead by 1. Ledbetter with the right hand.
Ledbetter scores.
Already talked about what Ledbetter brings to the table as the physical presence that he is, but he can do it all. The jack of all trades, can score, shoots over 30% from 3. Going to need much more of his scoring in this second half, as you see Isaiah Packer picking up where he left off in that first half.
Lead back up to 3. Just underway here in the third quarter. Going into the break. Wildcats up 4. Baskerville working against Jones, and he'll flip it. Ledbetter. Good back door, but it was a turnover. Johnson got it. Here comes Tyrese Jones. All the way down the lane. Probably could have taken that one up. The Packer going to try it. Left it way short. And on the backside rebound, Keelan Webster.
Tyrese Jones is not just the best player when it comes to scoring the basketball out of everyone on the court, but it's his willingness to do all of the little things. Tipped it to Keelan Webster, and Webster was able to get the 2-point left-hand finish.
5-point advantage. Ezel with it. Guard against Corey Parker. Here's a 3. And got it. Jadrian Ezel.
If you paid attention to how Jadrian Ezel ran up and down the court, you would thought he was too cool for school, but not when the basketball gets in his hands. He turns into a magician with that basketball.
Jones from the elbow. Didn't get him. He's going to go to the line.
Foul number 34, Lavelle Ledbetter.
That's on Ledbetter. That's his 3rd.
Team foul number 1.
Anytime you get out there to a jump shooter, if you don't allow that jump shooter to come down in his personal space or follow through without impediment from any physical contact, you're going to be whistled for that foul every single time. But when you are a physical player and a big like Ledbetter, you have no business picking up fouls that far from the basket. Just not a smart play.
Tyrese Jones looking for point number 17 and got it. Pacing the way for everybody. It's Baskerville with it. The lead is 5. Another 3 ball. Off the front iron, no good. And Packer ends up with it. And up ahead to Jones. Johnson's there. Jones didn't see him. Packer thought about it, but he got slapped in the face. Dalen Jackson knocked Packer to the deck.
Foul number 5, Dalen Jackson is first.
Shane Rogers-Smith and Jayon Thomas back in for the Bulldogs.
New Haven playing defense with a heavy contact style, but they have to channel it to their advantage, and it has to be on the offensive end, punishing South Bend Riley down low with the physicality, not picking up that same type of contact on the defensive end, like we just saw there, sending Tyrese Jones to the free throw line once again.
It's 2 on Ezel.
Tyrese Jones at the line for the Wildcats.
3rd foul for the Bulldogs with 5 minutes left. And Jones left it short. They'll try to split the pair for point number 18. And gets it. The lead back to 5. There's 4 at the break. New Haven tied it. Off the iron, no good. Jones gets the rebound. And tried to fit it into a tight window to Webster.
Jones just didn't cast that pass enough to get it up to Webster, allowing the Bulldogs to converge to the basketball and get the deflection and tip it out of bounds.
Now back to Jones, working against Ezel. Long 3, and it got blocked. They called a foul on Jadrian Ezel. That's his 3rd. And that's going to send Tyrese Jones to the line for 3.
With the naked eye, you see Jadrian Ezel actually touches and contacts the basketball first right here on the replay. But in the process of coming down with his hand, he also slapped Tyrese Jones' arm. And then you add in an extra flair with Tyrese kicking his legs out. That's always going to catch the eye of the officials, especially with no replay.
He's got 20. And Jones gets all 3, so he's up to 21. And the lead back up to 8. All the way down the lane and couldn't finish. Was DeMarcus Wright. Things getting a little chippy in the stands here at Memorial Gymnasium. On the baseline, Ezel marked by Parker. Elbow jumper, in and out, no good. Parker having all sorts of trouble and finally finds Packer. Parker tried to get it ahead to Jones, but on the breakout. Good move by Shane Rogers-Smith. Able to get away from the flying tree Johnson and lay it up for 2.
Rogers-Smith on the last basket.
And in back-to-back possessions, we see outstanding anticipation. Shane Rogers-Smith, the aforementioned, and the way he was able to jump into the passing lanes and then get the finish. Tarvar Baskerville doing the same thing. Thought he maybe got an extra deflection that would have swung the ball back into the New Haven possession. Not the case now, just looking to stay solid on defense, maybe string some stops together, sparking some offense on the other end.
Jones fumbled the basketball. We're gonna have a They called a foul on Isaiah Packer.
His second. Team foul number 1.
And that's the first foul of the quarter for South Bend Riley. Baskerville with it, working against Jones. Here comes the 2-man. Baskerville right down the lane, couldn't get it to go with the left, and Johnson ends up with the rebound. Parker, pull-up jumper. Iron no good. Packer there with a good offensive rebound. We just had to take our time on what we're calling here, partner, because everybody's correcting themselves.
I love when the crowd gets involved because obviously you're supposed to cheer for whoever you're here in support of. But if I were to add a little bit of criticism for the fans of New Haven, you can't complain about calls in favor of you on the offensive end, but your team is also not blocking out on the other end, because those are easy buckets that you've been giving up all this second half. So can't have your cake and eat it too.
Packers got 7. And South Bend Riley already in the bonus with 3:24 left in the third. Packers up to 8. This is the largest lead that it's been for the third time this afternoon. 2-man game all the way down the lane and count it.
Cryer scores. Darian Cryer.
Heads up play by Darian Cryer, understanding what the flow of the game has been, especially for his team and those supporting it, begging for a whistle. So what do? Force a call from the official with an aggressive drive to the rim.
Cryer at the line to shoot 1.
Lavelle Ledbetter going to come back in. Try to fortify that paint area. It's a height and strength advantage for New Haven. Couldn't complete the 3-point play as Darian Cryer. So the lead remains at 6. Jones, spin move. Good defense there. Packers got it on the dribble drive. Fadeaway jumper. And ended up with the offensive rebound. Goes in the paint and got it to go. Looking for a foul, but nonetheless, good strength.
That's the second effort play from Tyrese Jones in this half alone, tipping the ball, allowing his teammates to shine once they receive it. That time it was Isaiah Packer getting the 2 to go.
Just in front of the three-point line on a pull-up jumper from Baskerville. He's got 5. Leads 6 again, all the way down the lane with the left hand to Corey Parker. Went to the offhand, was able to lay it in.
Caught the defense slipping, was able to slip past him right to the rim.
Baskerville and Tyrese Jones got tangled up.
Number 3, Tyrese Jones. His second.
He'll go against a senior guard. He's got 2. Also leads everybody with 21 points. Coming up on 2 minutes left in the third quarter. The lead was 4 going into the second half. New Haven did tie it. Long 3. Off the iron, no good. Ledbetter got the rebound, but a foul's called. That's on Jones. He picks up a quick 2, now his third.
Number 3, Tyrese Jones, his third.
Tall task to ask Tyrese Jones, that's 6'1", to block out the bigger body right on the other end for the New Haven Bulldogs, standing at 6'3". Ledbetter able to get the easy finish at the rim.
Lead is 6 again. Jones on the double team. Tree Johnson going to try a straightaway 3. Back iron, no good. And Roger Smith grabs a rebound. Chance to cut it to 4, maybe 3. Ledbetter in the paint, working against the smaller Parker. And Parker's going to pick up the foul. And that's 4 on the junior guard.
Parker, his 4th.
That's going to get Jawan Johnson back in the game. Ledbetter looking for points 5 and 6. Left it short. Only a 50% free throw shooter is a junior forward. And Ledbetter will get another try as a lane violation on the Wildcats. And Ledbetter cashes in on that one. Looking for point number 6 and cut the lead to 4. And got it. Ledbetter will take a chair and Jayon Thomas back in. Coming up on a minute. The advantage is where it was at the beginning of the second half at 4.
But a similar path that we saw in that first half. Slow start by New Haven. They start to get it together at the back half of the first quarter and into the second. But now with all the marbles on the line going into the fourth quarter, can they maintain their level of play and not allow it to dip as they go into the final quarter of play?
Tree Johnson with it. Just a sophomore is Tree Johnson. And now the 5-second comes. And back in the hands of Jones. Johnson got cut off, and Jones gets the basketball again. Back and forth they go, Johnson and Jones. Under 20. Darius Jones has got the basketball, 10 seconds. Packer on the dribble drive, and got rejected. Four on the clock. Long inbound to Johnson. He's got to get it up. Packer. Off the backboard, no good.
After 3 quarters, South Bend Riley 40.
The score's a little different, but the margin stays the same. It's 4, as the Bulldogs will try to outwit the South Bend Riley Wildcats. One more quarter of basketball coming up on the ISC Sports Network.
At Mulberry Telecommunications, it doesn't matter whether you play from home, learn from home, or work from home. We have you covered with fiber-fast internet. Whether you video chat to stay connected with friends and family, or operate a small business, you can do so with the reliability that Mulberry Telecommunications fiber internet provides. From streaming video to regular web surfing, the possibilities really are endless. And that's a reason for all of us to celebrate. Packages start at just $49.95. Visit mintel.net to sign up today.
8 more minutes to decide who has a date with the Lawrence North Wildcats tomorrow at 12:45. And the loser will play later tonight against Charlestown Pirates. Saw that game before this one on the IC Sports Network. John Natale, Jared Thomas, Charlie Hammock in the truck, Dalton Cox on the camera. And Jared, New Haven's hanging around. It's not the prettiest game by either team, but as soon as you think Riley's about to pull away, New Haven answers right back.
It's all things even right now between these two ball clubs. It's really just about who can play the cleanest brand of basketball, subtracting away the turnovers and the unnecessary fouls. Fouls are part of the game. They're going to happen, but you don't need to reach in unnecessarily. You don't need to go over someone's back if you're not already in great position. Those are the plays that are really going to separate the winner from those who ultimately lose this one.
New Haven has seen 7 players getting the scoring side of the score sheet. And South Bend, only 4 Wildcats have scored, but 21 of those have come from the senior guard Tyrese Jones. Side out for the Wildcats. Right to left for the team in white. New Haven in the purple and yellow. Jones, stutter step, backdoor look to Jawan Johnson. Pretty look.
Johnson scores. Jawan Johnson.
It's a great job by Tyrese Jones breaking down the defense. Baskerville, an outstanding defender, almost 3 steals per game. But the on-ball defense right there, as you see, Shane Rogers-Smith knocking it down from three-point land. Baskerville was unable to stay in front of Tyrese Jones, and Tyrese found Jawan Johnson for the easy 2.
What a take by Tree Johnson. That's his first 2. Now to lead 5. Baskerville being guarded by Neely. Playing a 2-3 defense. Here's a long 3. Back iron no good, and a tip out. Short jumper. No good. Look at the fight. It was a whistle.
Inadvertent whistle. Official quickly pointing to his chest saying, "My bad," anticipating what would have been a change in possession as he thought that ball and man was traveling out of bounds.
Jadrian Ezel. Lavelle Ledbetter back into the contest. Ledbetter pulls up and got it. Smooth stroke from the 6'4 junior, and he's got 8. Now the lead back down to 3. New Haven just looking for a stop. Johnson, pump fake, and just ran into a heap load of trouble. Foul is on Ledbetter. That's his 4th. Important decision for head coach Brandon Appleton. He's going to bring in DeMarcus Wright, about the same size, but you lose the scoring. Neely with it. And now Jones working against Baskerville. On the pull-up jumper from the elbow and got it. It's hard to defend that. He's got 23.
So silky smooth in everything he does, never in a rush, always under control, and that's what you need emotionally from your best player. Yes, he leads in the production department, but emotionally he keeps everyone intact.
There's a three, and got it. Shane Rogers-Smith has hit 2 big three-pointers, and now the lead 2, under 6. Jones all the way to the cup, and he met Jayon Thomas at the rim, and Thomas won that battle. Pullback jumper from the elbow. Juwan Johnson.
Scores Juwan Johnson.
.540 left. It has been a great contest from bell to bell so far between New Haven and South Bend Riley. The first time these two teams have ever met each other.
But Isaiah Packer being big time in this first meeting between these two teams, just doing all of the things in the margins that create winning basketball plays and ultimately lead to victory.
In the paint, Thomas sent a shoulder into Tree Johnson and got called for the foul.
But this is going to be a point of growth for Jayon Thomas. You have to understand Lavelle Ledbetter just went to the bench for foul trouble. You saw in the first half the officials are calling the game that doesn't favor physicality. You can't just barrel your shoulder into a defender's chest and expect to not be called for the violation.
DeCorey Parker going to re-enter with his 4 fouls. Zarion Neely will return to the bench.
This feels like a big possession for both teams. This game kind of hanging in the balance, flirting between the Wildcats taking sole control of this and the Bulldogs fighting their way back in to potentially take the lead. Let's see what happens.
It wasn't that long of a rest, but Lavelle Ledbetter makes his way back to the scoring table. On the missed drive was DeCorey Parker. There comes Rogers-Smith. That's Ezell. He's back into the contest with 4 fouls. Baskerville on the dribble drive, blew through everybody.
Baskerville scores the ball.
That's exactly what you want if you're New Haven. You get the stop, and then you get an easy bucket at the other end, cutting into this deficit even more. Only down 2. Continue to lean on your defense.
Single possession ball game. New Haven has only led once. That was after the first bucket exchange. Hit a 3-pointer. It was 3-2, but it's been all South Bend Riley since then. Ball on the ground, picked up by Jones. Parker with it, and he's going to pull it back out.
The best part about Indiana high school basketball, no shot clock, so there is never a point that you have to rush and throw up a shot when it's unwarranted. So the Wildcats can really take their time to get the best look possible despite the pressure from New Haven.
Johnson, spin move, floater, got it.
Johnson scores.
Tree Johnson with 4.
Up-and-coming piece for the Wildcats in crunch time, showing the ability to have composure, get the defender off of his body, and get the 2 points.
Rogers-Smith. There's the movement. On the elbow, kick out, 3 ball. Fading away like Reggie Miller on that one with the right leg out, missed everything. And the handoff to DeCorey Parker.
Brandon Appleton can't feel like that was the best shot that they could have gotten. Best player, maybe, but the flow of that offensive set didn't feel like the best option there.
Parker on the logo, working against Thomas. Under 3. Wildcats holding on to a 4-point advantage. Pull-up jumper. In and out, no good, but Packer once again there on the offensive side, but it was tipped away into the hands of Baskerville. Jones almost got it, and he's going to pick up a foul. That's going to be the 4th on Tyrese Jones.
And John, that's the ticky-tack foul that I talked about at the top of the 4th quarter. It's just unnecessary. You go for the gamble, almost get it, then don't compound it and go for it again, because that's where you put yourself exposed right on Front Street, get called for your 4th foul. Tyrese has to understand the value he brings to his team. Can't pick up fouls like that in crunch time.
Jones and Parker now with 4 for South Bend Riley. Jones leading all scorers with 23. Ledbetter back into it. He's got 4 fouls. 3 ball. And got it. Tamar Baskerville. The second Bulldog to get into double digits. He's got 10.
Not often do you see a jab step and then the pull up from 3-point distance. Baskerville showing exactly why he's at the top of the list when it comes to everything Bulldogs for this New Haven basketball team.
Baskerville leads the way in scoring with 16 tonight for the New Haven Bulldogs. He's got 10 now, but a big three-pointer right there to get him into that double-digit mark. And we have ourselves a 1-point ball game.
This is exactly how you do a matinee that we have on our hands right now. You create some excitement within the gym when there's still 2 games to go. Great competitiveness going on by both teams, fighting on every possession, figuring out, strategizing all throughout the game. That's exactly what you want to see.
These 2 teams find that neither one wants to play later on tonight at 7:45. They want a chance to get a good night's sleep and show up at the gym around noon tomorrow to face the Lawrence North Wildcats. But 2 minutes of basketball left, and the lead is 1 for South Bend Riley. Double team. And a timeout called by head coach Alex Daniel.
A 30-second timeout.
2:05 left in the conference. New Haven 5-1, member of the Northeast 8 Conference.
And 2-0 against 4A teams thus far this season. 78-42 result against Fort Wayne Northrop, and a 74-70 final against Fort Wayne. So a team that's been battle-tested going against this undefeated South Bend Riley Wildcat team, and it's fixing up to be a great finish.
South Bend Riley, a member of the Northern Indiana Conference, haven't played a conference game yet. But it's games like this, Jared, you've said a couple times during both broadcasts that you're prepping for what is 2026, the second season. You can see that light at the end of the tunnel. And this is a great way for both of these teams to be battle-tested heading into the new year.
And why does a team want to be battle-tested? You may be asking yourself, and it's because it's all for ultimately holding up that trophy at the end of the season. New Haven has never made it out of regionals in their program's history. Made it to the final round of regionals in 1991 and 2013, losing both of those games by a combined 7 points between Whitco in 1991 and Carmel in 2013. And then you look at South Bend Riley losing in semi-state last year. That has to put a bitter taste in your mouth, especially after you go 22-5 on the season, and their only semi-state championship coming in 1945 against Lafayette. So a lot is at stake, not just for these 2 teams, but for the basketball landscape as you look ahead to the state tournament later in the spring.
Up ahead, Ledbetter against Johnson, and what recovery defense from Tree Johnson. Just put a boot on the end line, so it's going to stay with New Haven.
Gutsy play by Tree Johnson, getting his hand in right before Ledbetter was able to go up, but just not able to keep his feet in bounds to swing that possession back in their favor.
Looking for the lead. On the stutter step and couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Baskerville, lead is 1 for New Haven. Their first lead since real early in the first quarter.
No surprises that it comes off of the fingertips of Baskerville. Hit the big-time three-pointer to cut this deficit to 1. Eventually took the lead, but there you see South Bend Riley and DeCorey Parker showing how that 5'10" stature has no bearing on how he steps up to the plate in big moments.
55-54. It was a runaway in game 1. Lawrence North Wildcats 75-58 over the Charlestown Pirates. Charlestown got a good effort from Kevin Bowman, led everybody with 26 points. The highlight of the game, though, was Brendan Miller eclipsing the 1,000-point mark and his Lawrence North career. These teams have a chance to either play tonight at 7:45, what neither wants to do, or have a date with the Wildcats of Lawrence North tomorrow at 12:45. Either way, you can watch both games here on the ISC Sports Network. John Natali and Jared Thomas, glad to be with you this afternoon. 2 more games after this. It'll be Merrillville and Bishop Chatard at 6 p.m. And then, unfortunately, the loser of this one will play Charlestown at 7:45.
Seeing some names on that Maryville Pirates team, some guys that were key pieces in their state championship quest down to Indianapolis. Ultimately lost to the New Pal Dragons, but a very talented Maryville team, so no surprise to see them in the mix here today at the Phil Cox Memorial Tournament. The region up there in northern Indiana, littered with talent.
Baskerville is going to hand it off to Roger Smith. New Haven content with taking as much time off the clock as they can. Tried to fit it into a tight window. Here comes Tyrese Jones. And got caught up in his own footsteps, had to kick it out. 40 seconds. Baskerville with the foul.
Foul's number 22, Tabar Baskerville, his first, team foul number 3.
It's only the 3rd team foul of the quarter for New Haven as Darion Cryer re-enters. Under 40, 1 point advantage for the Bulldogs. Just their 2nd lead of the entire game. Corey Parker working against Ezel. And a 5-second violation. Costly turnover right there for South Bend Riley.
But the interpretation of the rule is once you create separation from the defender, that count restarts. But the official saw it differently and kept the count going despite Ezel constantly flipping his hips and having to restart his feet to converge on DeCorey Parker.
Brandon Appleton wants to talk it over with just under 20 ticks left in this one. Not since the first bucket exchange of the first quarter has New Haven held the lead. And with 19.3 seconds left, it is just how far away they are from playing Lawrence North tomorrow at 12:45. It's been a good one. First time these teams have ever played each other and putting together a show. Tyrese Jones has led the way for the Wildcats with 23. Jadrian Ezel, team high 14 points for the Bulldogs.
Exactly how you draw it up, though. You want these games to come down to the final possession. One, it's excitement for the fans that are in attendance. It's excitement for us as we sit here and trying to bring life to all of these great players that are on the court. But more than ever, this is an opportunity and a test for your respective basketball club and see how they're able to handle adversity in a different type of matchup that they haven't seen much of this season.
And something that is against South Bend Riley right now, they only have the 1 team foul, so they'd have to foul 4 times to get in the bonus. So you'll see heavy pressure on the inbound. And let's see how quickly they foul if that's the game plan. Caught up in traffic. This is Ledbetter. Under 10. Ledbetter on the drive. Turnaround jumper with the right. Off the iron, no good. Crashing for the rebound was Webster. And the foul.
24, DeMarcus Wright.
That's on DeMarcus Wright. That's his 3rd. Darion Cryer gonna re-enter. 3 seconds left. And Jameer Walker makes his first appearance, number 13. Here we go. Packers got it. There's the foul.
Foul number 13. Jameer Walker, his first. Team foul number 5. Isaiah Packer, the line to shoot 2.
South Bend Riley. It has been a battle the entire way. Isaiah Packer looking for points 11 and 12 and missed the front end. Packer trying to make it a 2-point ball game. And in and out, no good. Ledbetter with the rebound. Timeout is called. Well, partner strap in.
As soon as he missed the first one, my inquisitive mind went to, because you cannot advance the basketball in high school sports here in the state of Indiana, there would be really no need to make the second one, because you want them to kind of fight for the rebound, waste some seconds as we just saw, and then call timeout, because either way there's going to be a set play called. So no need to buy them extra time to think about it with a made free throw and get them to take the ball out of bounds and rush it to any set. But here we are. All that aside, make them work for it. Can't just give them an easy look, but you still have distance on your side if you're the Wildcats, because they do have to fight the length of the floor to even get a quality look and not just hoping for a prayer thrown up at the rim.
They had a little bit of time to the clock to make it even 2 seconds. Jadrian Ezell has 14 points for Bulldogs. Baskerville's got 11. Ledbetter's got 8. It doesn't matter who could possibly put this in. If they do, New Haven's going to walk out of this one and play tomorrow against Lawrence North. But South Bend Riley holds the cards right now. Up 1 with 2 seconds left. Game 4 of our 6-game slate on the IC Sports Network. Jayon Thomas underneath, 6'5". And we're going to have another timeout.
Timeout. South Bend Riley.
It's a heads-up play. Game management move by Alex Daniel. 6th season as head coach, double-digit wins in every season, back-to-back seasons of 20-plus wins. It's the same type of formula that you see in football. Give them an opportunity to get into the set that or formation that you think they're going to run in a critical part of the game, and then you call your defense accordingly. Not sure if Coach Appleton was ready to maybe change up what they initially showed, but the banking of that from Coach Daniel is knowing, okay, let's get a picture of what they originally showed us, and let's call up the perfect defense to that, and then the true chess match happens after that. So let's see if Coach Appleton decides to go in a different route than the initial formation that we saw him set up for this play coming up with just 2 seconds left to go in this 4th quarter.
The lead was 4 at half for South Bend Riley. New Haven regained the lead by 1. It was their first lead since the first bucket exchange in the first quarter. South Bend Riley has fought back. They have the advantage now at 1. And it's New Haven basketball underneath their own basket with 2 seconds left. It'll be Ledbetter to inbound. It's now DeMarcus Wright underneath the hoop. Isaiah Packer.
Timeout. South Bend Riley. Their 5th and final timeout.
Another timeout is called. Sure to stick around for games 5 and 6. Kurt Darling and Jan Bozier will be on the call for those two. Maryville and Bishop Chittard. It's your 6 o'clock game. And unfortunately, the loser of this one will play at 7:45 and face the Charlestown Pirates, who fell to Lawrence North. Well, partner, we've been here for about 5 minutes now, sitting on these final 2 seconds. What are you telling your bench if you're Coach Brandon Appleton? I mean, how many times can you say, okay, let's do this?
Well, it stresses you a little bit if you're Coach Appleton, simply because you're not banking on the opposing coach to call multiple timeouts to force you to potentially change what your initial setup was going to be, solely because that's going to cause some confusion having to real-time adjust mentally for your players. So do you just hone in on some of the basics that make the execution of the first setup bring home? That's really the question that's being begged to be asked right now, and we'll see based off of what they come out in if it's the same setup that we've seen, and it is not. So a different look right now for the Bulldogs, and rightfully so.
1st and 10, trips formation. Ledbetter fires it over. Baskerville. And he was out of bounds when he caught the basketball. Unfortunate for New Haven on that one.
And as you said, a trips formation, but what did the defense do from the Wildcats? They stood right at half court, and they're going to force all of the action to come to them, and then they go play the ball just like we saw them do there, forcing a turnover. Tip your cap in situations like that to Coach Alex Daniel.
They just got to get it in.
Final score, South Bend Riley 55.
And that'll do it
54.
for a very, very exciting Game 4 of the Phil Cox Memorial Holiday Tournament. South Bend Riley Wildcats hang on by 1 point against the New Haven Bulldogs. South Bend Riley will now get a chance to rest up as they will play Lawrence North tomorrow at 12:45. You can watch that one right here on the ISC Sports Network. And New Haven will have to sit around for another 2 hours and retake this court later tonight at 7:45 as they'll face the Charlestown Pirates. Well, partner, it was a great game. I mean, New Haven, they hung around. They did get a lead. But partner, if and it's kind of the catch-22 here. If you're South Bend Riley, you know that you gave it your all and that New Haven really battle-tested you, and the records kind of are indicative of who these teams were. You could see why South Bend Riley's 5-0. You could see why New Haven's 5-1. But as New Haven, are you playing with a huge chip on your shoulder at 7:45 tonight, or are you like, oh no, our legs are worn because we had such a tough battle with South Bend Riley?
I think all of that is determined on what team exactly are you addressing when you ask that question. But for New Haven, that's a team that I saw scrap and claw for every little bit for 32 minutes, all the way down to the final seconds. So I think they play every game with a chip on their shoulder, and I don't think that game later this evening will be any different.
So the Bulldogs will have a date with the Pirates of Charlestown, and tomorrow morning, or tomorrow afternoon, early afternoon, 12:45, it'll be the South Bend Riley Wildcats against the Lawrence North Wildcats. On behalf of my broadcast partner Jared Thomas and our entire ISC Sports Network crew, I'm John Natali. Be sure to stick around for games 5 and 6. Kurt Darling and Jan Bozier will have it for you, and you're watching the Phil Cox Memorial Holiday Tournament right here on the ISC Sports Network. Have a great evening, everybody.